wife came home at 8:17 p.m. I remember the exact time because I was heating leftovers in the kitchen when I heard her keys hit the counter. Same little metallic sound they always make. She walked over, kissed me on the cheek, and complained about traffic. Normal voice, normal clothes, everything normal. I even remember thinking she looked exhausted, like genuinely exhausted. Dark circles under her eyes and hair messy, slight smell of rain on her jacket. Nothing felt wrong. Not at first. She went into the bathroom while I finished making food. Then someone knocked on the front door. 3 slow knocks, not loud, but deliberate. I almost ignored it because my wife was already home. Then I heard it again. 3 more knocks. I walked to the door annoyed, expecting maybe a neighbor or delivery driver, and my stomach dropped immediately because my wife was standing outside, holding her purse and her car keys and her phone, breathing hard like she had run upstairs. I just stared at her through the glass. I couldn't even process it. She looked terrified, not confused, terrified, like she already knew something bad had happened. Then she whispered, "Don't open the door." I felt cold instantly, like actual physical cold spreading through my chest. I remember slowly turning my head toward the hallway behind me. The bathroom door was still closed. The light underneath it was still on. My wife outside started shaking her head immediately. Small movements at first, then harder. Panicking. "Please," she whispered. "Don't let her know I'm here." Her voice cracked when she said her. That's when the bathroom door opened. I heard it before I saw anything, just a soft click, then footsteps, slow footsteps. Barefoot. I turned around, and there she was, my wife, standing in the hallway, same face, same clothes, same hair. But something was wrong immediately. Not physically wrong, and not enough to explain, just off. Like seeing someone in a dream that looks exactly like a person you know. But your brain still understands something isn't human. She stared at me silently, then looked toward the front door, toward the other one. Neither of them spoke for several seconds as they just stared at each other. The one inside tilted her head slightly, too smoothly and no hesitation, almost mechanical. Then she smiled. My wife outside immediately started crying, not loud, just silent tears rolling down her face, and she whispered, "Don't look at her too long." The thing inside started walking toward me, slowly, no rush, no aggression. That somehow made it worse. I backed away automatically, and the entire time, it never blinked, not once. I didn't notice that immediately. My brain noticed before I did. Like some instinct screaming quietly in the background, something ancient telling me this thing wasn't right. Then it spoke. "Baby." Perfect voice. Exactly hers. Same softness, same tone, same tiny rasp in her throat after work. Perfect. But hearing it made me feel sick. Because it sounded rehearsed, like someone repeating a line after practicing it hundreds of times. It took another step toward me. My actual wife outside started banging lightly on the door now. "Don't let her touch you." The thing inside stopped moving. Its smile disappeared instantly. Not faded, not slowly, just gone, like someone switching off a light. Then it looked directly at the door, and for the first time, its face changed slightly. Not a transformation, nothing dramatic, and just tiny things. Its eyes looked a little too open and its jaw slightly too still, like a person pretending to be relaxed. It suddenly spoke again, but this time without looking at me. "Why are you scaring him?" The voice was still perfect. That was the worst part. No monster voice, no distortion, just my wife's exact voice coming from something that wasn't her. My wife outside started hyperventilating. "She learns," she whispered. I froze. "What?" "She copies people." The thing inside slowly turned back toward me and smiled again, but this time, slower, like it understood we were talking about it. Then both versions of my wife looked directly at me at the exact same time. Same expression, same eyes, same head tilt. I swear to God, my knees almost gave out. The thing inside suddenly laughed softly, and not evil and not loud. Just a tiny, realistic laugh, and like she found something genuinely funny. Then she said, "You still don't know which one I am." And that sentence broke something in my head. Because for one horrible second, I realized she was right. My wife outside looked terrified. The one inside looked calm. And suddenly my memory started feeling unreliable. Had the one inside actually kissed me earlier? Or did I just think she did? I tried remembering details. Small details, but the harder I tried, the less sure I became. The thing inside walked into the kitchen casually, like she lived there, like she belonged there. She opened the fridge, grabbed a water bottle, and took a sip. Completely normal behavior, and then she looked back at me. "You always leave this shelf messy." That was true. My real wife complained about that constantly. The one outside suddenly started crying harder. She knows everything about me. I looked between them again, and something horrible happened. The one outside suddenly felt unfamiliar. Tiny things started bothering me. The way she stood, the shape of her smile, the way she blinked. Meanwhile, the one inside started feeling more correct, more natural, like my brain was adjusting, accepting her. The thing inside noticed. I know she noticed, because her smile widened slightly. And my wife outside whispered the worst sentence I've ever heard in my life. "That means she's close." I asked her what that meant. She didn't answer immediately, and she just kept staring at the thing inside the house. Then finally, "If you start recognizing her as me, she doesn't need me anymore." Silence. Complete silence. Even the apartment felt quiet. No traffic outside, no neighbors, nothing. The thing inside slowly sat down at the kitchen table, still staring at me, still smiling faintly. Then she blinked for the first time, but wrong, too late. Like she remembered humans were supposed to do it. My stomach twisted instantly. My wife outside saw it too and whispered, "That's not her real face." The thing inside suddenly stopped smiling, then very calmly asked, "Why are you telling him that?" I noticed something then, something small, and every time the thing spoke, it waited half a second too long, like it needed time to choose emotions. My wife outside looked directly at me. "You have to make a choice." I couldn't breathe properly anymore. "What choice?" Her voice shook violently. "You can't let both of us stay." The thing inside immediately stood up, fast this time and too fast, then suddenly angry, not screaming and not attacking, just intense, like an actor dropping a performance for 1 second. Then she smiled again immediately. But I saw it. I saw whatever was underneath. And I think she realized I saw it too, because the entire apartment suddenly felt colder. The lights flickered once, then again, and then all the power went out. Complete darkness. My wife outside screamed, somewhere inside the apartment. I heard breathing, not mine, not hers. Something moving slowly across the floor, then directly beside my ear. My wife's voice whispered, "You already let me in." The lights came back on, and only one of them was left, standing in the kitchen, smiling at me, holding my wife's phone. I stared at her for almost a full minute, trying to figure it out, trying to know, trying to remember, but the worst part is, I still don't know which one survived, and sometimes late at night, when she thinks I'm asleep, I see her lying beside me in the dark, eyes open and not blinking and just watching me, like she's waiting for me to figure it out.